Howdy do. Karen Adamski here with shamamama.com, and today I wanted to quickly go through powwow etiquette with you. Have you ever been to a powwow before? It's a celebration, a gathering of Native American tribes that come together to celebrate, to act as community, to visit old friends, to make new friends, often to trade. Back thousands of years ago, this is when most of the trading would be done. This is when people would merge their families together. So it's a time of celebration, a time of dance, and a time of really honoring the earth and the sky and all of the elements and all of the living things. And you see that at the powwow with the dancing and the regalia that you see. So I had a chance just recently to go to the Stanford powwow. That's something that we like to do in our family, and it's always held on Mother's Day weekend, so it's easy to keep track of. And we try to make it just part of Mother's Day. My husband always takes me now, and he knows how much I love it, so it's just part of our Mother's Day festivities. And he loves it too. It's always really neat because we get to talk to new friends, and there's artists there. Often at powwow they'll have vendor booths. Always there's food booths, so you can get some real traditional foods. You can talk to the artists, that if you're buying jewelry or if you're buying feathers, you find the authentic goods there, and they can tell you exactly where they came from and whose hands made them. So it's really, really special. Powwows used to happen a lot, and now these days we don't see them all that often. And there's often what they refer to as powwow season. I've heard people refer to it as that now, just because there's kind of a powwow circuit, and these tribes and dancers and artists and people who are just putting the event together, the event coordinators, they travel and go to the different powwows happening throughout the United States. So Stanford happens to be one of the few that are still happening in our country. So it's a really neat cultural experience, and everybody is welcome. In terms of rules or etiquette, that's always what people say first. Everybody's welcome, so that's a rule for sure. So you don't have to be Native American to go to the powwow. But you do have to kind of know what some of the rules are, or the etiquette, because we want to go to this kind of event with the culture in mind, with cultural manners in mind. And it's just good to know that, so that you don't step inappropriately at any point. So, okay, first etiquette things that come to mind for me are to, number one, dress appropriately. Even though powwows sometimes happen on real warm days, just dress, maybe a nice dress versus super short shorts or a tiny tank top. When you look at the dancers, or even just the families of the dancers, even if they're not dancing, you look at what people are wearing, and they're dressed modestly. So we want to dress modestly when we go to the powwow, even if it's at nighttime. So there's that. Knowing where you're supposed to sit is helpful. So if you are not a dancer, if you're not a family member of a dancer or a part of a tribe that's active at the powwow, then you don't want to take a bench or take a seat that belongs to a dancer or family member. And usually you can kind of tell the difference, because there's like an arena or a large, it's either square or rectangle or often circular. And out in the middle is where everybody performs. And around that circle are these big pop-up tents, like we do at just any kind of a vendor market or swim meets. You put the pop-up tents, and then there's chairs under those. Those are meant for the dancers, and those are meant for the dancers' families. So somebody like me, I don't have anybody in my family that's there at this event. I don't have anybody who's dancing. I don't have the proper roots to be sitting in those spots. So there are often bleachers available for public seating, and that's where I sit when I go, and that's perhaps where you would want to sit when you go. You almost always want to think about keeping a chair in your trunk. Somebody's trimming a tree, so I think that noise is just going to be with us. That'll be our rhythm. Another thing to think about in terms of seating, there's not always bleachers available. So it's kind of a bring your own chair kind of an event sometimes. So bringing just a camping chair with you, maybe keep it in the trunk, but if you need it, it's always great to have that to go back because it's nice to just pop up the chair and watch. Yeah, it's just beautiful, actually, all the regalia and the sounds that are around you. It's nice to just sit and immerse yourself in that culture. At every powwow, there will be a master of ceremonies, somebody who kind of directs you in terms of what's happening next and when to stand up and when to sit down. So just listen to the master of ceremonies if you're not sure what's happening. They'll usually announce the events that are happening with dancing in the age groups. There will be times where they will invite the public to come out and dance. And actually at the end of this video, I'll share some of that with you so you can just see common folks dancing out in the arena. And that I myself am out there dancing. My husband was filming, and it's a great look at which you have the opportunity to do when you go to a powwow. It's just really lovely. Now, when we look at that arena, that's another thing in terms of etiquette. If you want to get from one side of the event to another side of the event, just really you want to walk around that arena. I have actually seen people cut right through the middle of it just as a shortcut, and that is really rude in terms of etiquette at a powwow. So just be aware of your surroundings and be respectful. If you're not sure where you're supposed to go, either ask somebody or just follow your own intuition. But don't walk through the center of the ceremony. Even if something's not going on, even if they're just taking a break, we still don't go through the center. It's kind of the same as if you went to the theater. You wouldn't just walk across the stage if you were an audience member. It's the same kind of a thing. If you choose to go into the bleachers and do some watching, it's respectful to wait and do your traveling up and down the bleachers do that between dances. So when there's somebody who's actually out dancing, somebody's performing, somebody is competing, we don't want to walk in front of other people who are watching, and we don't want to be making other people have to get up. Often, say if you go to a Sharks game, a hockey game, they'll stop you at the hallway door, and then when there's a timeout, then they let you go to your seat. It's exactly the same type of thing. It's a matter of respect for those who are around you and for the people who are performing. Be aware of the people who are standing behind you or to the side of you. If you are taller than somebody else, maybe offer for them to go in front of you. There are a lot of generations of people at a powwow. So if you see somebody who's needing a seat or who deserves a seat more than you deserve a seat, offer that seat. It's a time to show respect, and you see that happening all around you. Drugs and alcohol are not typically allowed at powwows. Often you'll see people who are camping at powwows, and sometimes that's more of they might allow alcohol in that zone. It depends on the powwow, but this is not an event where you would want to be bringing a six-pack of beer and partying. This is a more of a family-oriented, respectful, cultural event. And I haven't even mentioned this, and it's one of the most important things to know: taking photographs. It's not always appropriate. So if you're just walking around a powwow and you happen to see somebody walking by and they're dressed in their regalia, and I say regalia, not costume, that's another etiquette. So it's definitely not a costume, and we don't want to refer to it as that. We want to refer to it as regalia. So if you see somebody in the most beautiful regalia and you're like, oh, I want to get a picture, just be sure to ask first. They might be right on their way to go to compete, and we don't want to jump in and distract their mojo, right? They might not want their picture taken, so we just need to ask first. Pointing, same thing. It's hard sometimes when you see the most beautiful feathers going by or ribbons, and it's like, oh, look. Our fingers are not necessarily proper, and often can be viewed as disrespectful. So try not to point. It's hard. In our family, we tend to want to point a lot, so we're always calling each other out on it and always working on it. So just be gentle with yourself, but it's a good thing to know. And with the photographs, typically they will let you know, that Master of Ceremonies will let you know if it's okay to take pictures or videos during a performance. And if they don't and you're not sure what to do, kind of look around and see what the families are doing, the families of the dancers, the people who have roots there. Just kind of, are they taking pictures? Are they videoing these things? And if the families are doing it, then it's okay to do it. But always check before you just start taking pictures. The powwow that I just went to at Stanford, they did allow videos during the performances, so I took some videos for you because I wanted to be able to take you along and show you just how beautiful it is, and the drumming in the background and the voices, the colorful dancing. You can see they're telling a story. These are dances that are well rehearsed, traditional dances that their ancestors have done, and they have meaning. So they're dancing for the earth. They're dancing maybe as a rooster, you know, but there's a reason for that. There's storytelling and all of that. They might be dancing as the wind. So I invite you to take a look at this powwow. Just settle in and see which dancers you like the best. There's two that I really, really, really love. I love all of them actually, but there's two that are my favorites. But I would be interested to know who's your favorite. And at the end, I show you that group community dance where everybody's welcome to get out, and maybe that could be you next year. So let's take a quick look at some of the beautiful powwow dancers. cool, right? So this is something that you can do. If you see a powwow coming up in your area and it's maybe something you haven't done, please don't shy away from it. Please support it. Please go out and have fun and learn and build your community. It's really a blessing to be able to go to an event like this. So the next time that you see a powwow in your neighborhood, I invite you to make a point of going. Thanks for your time. Many blessings to you and yours. Namaste. Aho.